Hello, lovely people, and welcome to the Almita Made channel. My name is Alma. I'm here to chat all things making, mainly sewing. And welcome back if you are returning, and welcome for the first time if you've just found my little corner of the internet. I'm so happy that you're here. And I am here today with a special vlog, my first vlog in a vlogger tour, which feels very big. So I want to really thank Yvette, who is Blossom Sandwich on Instagram and on YouTube, who also runs Stash Hub, which is an organizational app that I use all the time to sort of categorize and keep track of my fabric stash and my pattern stash and projects that I'm dreaming up when I'm in bed at midnight. But I digress, and I do that a lot. Sorry. Today we are here to chat about the So Fruity 25 challenge, which is an Instagram challenge that I absolutely love. I will put up on the screen all the information so you can go and have a read. But basically, it's all about sewing up something fruit related during the month of June, posting it on the 30th of June with the hashtag SoFruity25 and tagging Yvette at Blossom Sandwich to be in with a chance to win some incredible prizes. I'm a big fan of this challenge, and to be honest, I love a fruity make in general throughout the year whenever the mood strikes, whenever I find the right fabric. So it's right up my street. Now, the rules say that you don't necessarily have to sew up a fabric with a fruity print on. You could be making something that's inspired by the color of a fruit, for example, the feel of a fruit, the smell of a fruit, I don't know, whatever is up your street. However, you are in literal land with me here because I love a very literal fruity print. So that's what we're here to talk about today. I'm going to go through some of my fruity makes, not all of them because we'd be here for hours, trust me, but I've picked a few that fall into different categories that hopefully can inspire your next fruity make. Maybe you can do it in time for this challenge, but also there's always next year and there's always all year. As I say, a fruity make is not just for June. So let's start with what I'm wearing, which is, I feel, quite on trend because it is a co-ord set. There it is. I'm going to put pictures up of everything that I talk about because I don't have the space to show you full length, but you need to see these outfits full length. So this one is a little set that I think I did the top last year, the skirt the year before, but it was always destined to be a set. So what we've got going on, if I come up close, is some pineapple, some watermelon, might be something else that I'm missing. There's a fish, not fruity, but you know, it adds to the whole fun effect. This is a cotton poplin from Hey Sew Sisters years ago, but the set is made up of the ruby skirt, which is a sew over it, free sew over it pattern. Disclaimer, I do work at Sew Over It, so a lot of Sew Over It features in my wardrobe, my makes and my vlogs. So the ruby skirt is a free pattern that you get when you sign up with the newsletter. Love this skirt, very easy and very good to use up a cotton print. So if you find a nice fruity cotton, this is quite a good project to use it for. So the ruby skirt, and then this is a very heavily hacked mauve blouse, but you know, there's other patterns out there that you could do this without having to spend hours hacking, which is what I did. But I'm very happy with this combo. I think a fruity co-ord set is very on trend right now. It screams holiday to me, summer, like staycation as well. And I think it's really, you can be a little bit whimsical with a co-ord set. In my opinion, I absolutely love it. But so yes, we've got quite a fun whimsical print for this one, and I just went with the matching top and bottom, which I really, really like. Now, moving on from the co-ord set, we're gonna go for a jumpsuit, well, dungarees. These are the partner overalls by Ready to Sew. Again, I will put pictures up. This is a fantastic denim from Fabric Godmother with bananas and leaves. And I think, of course, it's very literal. It's got the bananas, but it's got something with the leaves. It makes it a little bit classier than like the novelty print, I think, which I love both in equal measure, don't get me wrong. But these are just an explosion of fun for me. So a full set of dungarees in a fruity print. I think it's a lot, not for everyone, but I absolutely love it. And it makes me so happy to wear this. And I just wear it over a plain t-shirt, trainers, and off I go. Absolutely love this. And because it's full length, you really show off the big loud print. So I absolutely love those. Then, oh, while we're on the bananas, I'll show you that I also made with the remnants. After making the partner overalls, I made a Grainline Studio field bag as a project bag for my knitting. Absolutely love it. So this is good if you don't like to wear a fruity print, but you're attracted by the fabric. And I know lots of people are attracted by this fabric, Godmother fabric, but maybe you're like, oh, I don't know if I'd ever get around to wearing it. Just get half a meter and make yourself a little bag. This is honestly so cute, and it brings me such joy when I bring it out to knit. I've used it in public as well. Been knitting in the park with this little bag, and it just looks right, to be honest. So yeah, cute little project if you don't like to wear a loud print, but you still like the loud print. Now, up next is the abstract fruity print. It's not really that abstract, but this fabric I got on Spoonflower, where you can find so many prints. Honestly, Spoonflower is quite expensive because it's basically print to order, but you can choose what kind of base you want the print on. You can choose the design, the scale of the design very often as well. And get ready for a tangent, because off I go. Last year, I'm a big Eurovision fan, and I'm from Italy. And last year, the Italian entry for Eurovision was called Angelina Mango. She's amazing. The song was amazing. I love her. And so in the lead up to Eurovision, I wanted to make something with mangoes on it. That's how I operate, for no reason at all. No one asked for it. I just really wanted to make myself an outfit with mangoes on it. So I started looking for mango prints and I could not find what I wanted. So in the end, I went on Spoonflower, and there are so many designs. Honestly, if you look for the name of a fruit in there, you will not be disappointed. As I say, it's not cheap, but for something special, like my Mad Eurovision project, I did find lots of fabulous mango prints. And then I found this one, which is a little bit abstract. So it's like a cross-stitch mango, really big, and I wanted it big. And the pattern I ended up making is the Tate Romper by Small Museum. And I just added some scrunchy straps because I quite like that. But apart from that, I'll put the picture up. It's a full length, very big, a bit clowny jumpsuit. I love it. It's right up my street. It's extremely loud in the print, in the design, and I was very happy. And I also made some little, what would you call them? Like floating sleeve pieces? I don't know. I'll put the picture up. But for Eurovision night, I went to a Eurovision party and I wore it with these sleevey things and crown that was something to do with the staging of the song. Anyway, that was a very, very much a favorite fruity make from the past. But yes, abstracts. I love that. I've seen some fabrics that maybe have like a look of embroidery, or sometimes you get more of a, what's the word, watercolor painting of it. So it's less realistic, more arty interpretation of the fruit. I love that. And maybe there are some that at first don't necessarily look like fruit, but you look up close and then it's fruit. That could be an idea if you, again, don't love a novelty print. It could be something a little bit more abstract. But yeah, love this one. Next up, we're going to go with the subtle, for me, fruity print. I think it is subtle. So this is I'm very, very lucky. A friend got me some vouchers for Liberties. So I got some gorgeous Tanner Lawn cottons last year. I've used only one of them. This is the one. I still have two that hopefully will get made into something fabulous this summer. But this one is a beautiful floral print on a white background. And let me see if I can find it. Yes. Can you see there are secret little strawberries in there? So that is very much a fruity print, but it looks like a very delicate floral print. with secret strawberries. I love that. When I was going through my wardrobe looking for everything with fruits on, I kind of had to do a double take on this one. I was like, oh yeah, no, it is fruity. Strawberries. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous summer dress that I made late last year, like end of summer last year. It is the Sienna dress from Sew Over It, from the Summer Dreaming ebook. Love this dress. I made it very late last summer and then the weather turned, so I've only worn it a couple of times. I'm really looking forward to wearing it a lot this summer. And yeah, it's got its secret little strawberries. Love that. Again, I'll put a picture up, don't worry, but very cute. I love a secret in the print. Now, the next thing is another Sew Over It one, which is the bucket bag. So this is one of our patterns from this year and it was my design, so I'm extremely proud of it. And this sample I made with it's basically a tablecloth fabric, so it's quite a sturdy cotton, also interfaced to give it the structure of the bucket, but it is basically a tablecloth with plates and loads of lemons on. So it falls into the fruity category for sure. Again, if you don't like to wear fruit on your body, a little bag is a good option. This with just maybe a yellow dress or a navy dress or a denim outfit of some sort, this will pop with all the zing that you need. Love this little bag. And now let's talk about what I've sewn this year for So Fruity for the challenge. I don't have it here, but I will put pictures up and you can hear all about it in my previous vlog, which I'll link to below. So I made some gifts. I had a run of making gifts because I was visiting my family in Costa Rica, and I used some scraps from this fabric, for example, to make it's an adult bib for my grandma who uses bibs every day. And that's a very sweet present to make if you have any elderly people in your family. It's very sweet. It's just adding a little bit of color to their day, and it's, you know, very easy to make, very quick. And I thought it would be fun to do a fruity one with that fabric, so that worked really well. And then the other thing that I made was a Sew Over It bum bag, which is from the City Set collection. The bum bag I've made 100 times as gifts. It's my go-to. I really love it. And this one was for my aunt. I made it in a very plain navy canvas on the outside, very respectable, very subtle. But then on the inside, I used a lemon print cotton. And it's just a really nice way of adding a little bit of personality to something. So on the outside, she can wear it with any outfit because it's just a navy bum bag. But when she opens it, it's like, bah! Lemons. So those two will be my entry on the 30th of June to join the challenge. And I think because we're towards the end of June when you're watching this, there is still a weekend left, so you could still join the challenge, I think. And I would lean towards making little things like the ones that I've just talked about. But one more thing I want to show you. It is a garment, but it comes together so quick, honestly. It is another Sew Over It pattern, sorry. It's the Sylvia robe. This is such a lovely pattern for a large print. So this has oranges and lemons on it. It's very large scale, so it feels like a shame to interrupt it with lots of seams. And the Sylvia robe is honestly perfect for that because it's just like boof, all the space to show off the print. You don't have to worry too much about the fit. It's something that you throw on as an extra layer. Again, it brightens up an outfit. If you're just wearing a t-shirt and jeans, throw something like this on. An instant wow factor added. This is from quite a few years ago. Still use it a lot. I use it as a beach cover up as well a lot. It's the perfect thing for that. And I made one recently as a gift again. Honestly, it took me a few hours, like an evening, from cutting to finishing it off. It's so quick, so you could definitely make one of these if you have a floaty or also a cotton, actually, maybe a cotton lawn, but this is a crepe, and I would recommend something with a lot of movement, like a viscose or a crepe. You do have time to make that and enter it on the 30th of June, trust me. But if not, go for a little bag, and also tiny little projects like a little zip bag just for yourself. You know, there's so many ways that you can enter the challenge. And I do love an Instagram challenge for discovering new people that maybe I'm not following already. And also I will link to the playlist below that Yvette has made of all the vloggers that took part this year in this vlogging tour, because there's some absolute crackers there. So much inspiration, ideas. It's been really, really fun to watch them all, and there's still a few to go. So make sure you watch everyone's take on So Fruity. And I hope that you decide to take part even at the last minute, or maybe you've been working on something all month. I can't wait to see it all. On the 30th, I'll be keeping an eye out for everyone's fruity makes. And yeah, if you enjoyed this vlog, do consider giving it a like and maybe subscribing to my channel. I do a lot of chatting about sewing, a bit of knitting. Everything's loud, colorful, a little bit out there. So if that's the kind of content that you enjoy watching, do subscribe to my channel. And until I see you again on here, keep making and keep chatting about making. Bye. Right, shall we do the cover first so I don't forget? Because fruit, 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 and more fruit. Can we see all the fruit?